What is consciousness? Consciousness is a state of mind that evolved within a person at the moment that she is aware that she's not the personal person that thinks, and her thoughts, the thoughts doesn't come from the human being. At the moment that you seize that, something happened. You start to looking towards life differently. The only reason is because you know at this moment that you'll never be the same that you were before, because everything has evolved within the thoughts in all these years of humanity. And all religions are based on thought of belief, and you believe that your thoughts will convince you that the fate that you will show in religion that's eventually going to permit you to evolve as a human being. But there's very few evolution in religion, because the faith in a belief is so strong that you're not able to seize that the fact that evolution is a matter of never being the same a day after another. You cannot be the same your whole life. A person that comes for a work or a job, that's different. It's a talent, but she will evolve in this talent of hers, of his, and she will find some new definition about herself or himself. If not, it's not consciousness. But if you go to a level of consciousness that's very advanced, you have at this moment three order of adaptation that you have to go through. The first thing is that you have to know that the thoughts come from elsewhere, that your life is not only programmed for good stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff, and mostly the bad stuff is more important than the good stuff that happens in your life. The good stuff is only there to balance you from the bad stuff you're going through. So if you take Harvey in Florida, in Texas, you can see that these people don't have time for consciousness at this moment. But there's consciousness that's coming in their mind because they have to address the issues that they're going through with a state of mind that's freedom from anything that's around. Or they lost their house. Is the climate going to still the same in 2 or 3 years? Is it going to be worse? If it would be my case, if I would live in a certain area, I would certainly have consciousness on the first list of what's going to happen in the future. So that's exactly what's consciousness. You have to know that thoughts is coming from elsewhere. You have to adapt. And the third thing, it has to know who you are within a society and within your mind to choose or select the best freedom that you can have. So if you're living in a state of mind that narrow you down to a religion or to belief or to a certain amount of democracy, because a lot of people that believe that democracy is consciousness. No, democracy is not consciousness. Democracy is only a matter that people have to, that takes politics to serve them in a better way that communism was or fascism. But democracy is not a freedom for a mind. It's only a way of thinking. It doesn't tell you that the thought is coming from elsewhere. Though, what is consciousness? Consciousness is going to be the first thing that's going to happen to a mind in the years to come, because the evolution of the mind is very more important than the evolution of the soul. The soul, what is the soul? Is only memories that are bound to a person to give him a direction in his life. When you enter consciousness, you have more direction because you're less tend to reflect your memories on the base of knowing that you belong to a society, you belong to your family. Consciousness is there's no belonging in consciousness. Consciousness is only the fact of a state of mind that you're aware that your being as a human mind is not connected to others by empathy or whatsoever, any emotion. It's only connect to human mind by intelligence. And when you meet a person that is intelligent, you definitely have the ability to recognize that this person brings you somewhere that you haven't been before. Like this video on consciousness is just to put people aware that the psychology of the human being is going to go a little higher than it is at this moment, because the psychology that we find today is only basically to treat the emotion that we have. But in consciousness, you have no emotion. Why is that? Because it's very cold mind, and it's based on the fact that it gives you an evolution of the mind that doesn't reflect the past. You have a problem, you have to address it with no memories. So the memories that you have are not able at this time to give you a big picture of what's going to happen, because you don't give them any chance, and you stick your mind to the intelligence of what you see and what's your perception of the world. Let's say today we have nuclear possibility. Is this nuclear possibility is going to go away? Absolutely not. So that's the way you have to see consciousness. It's a place in your mind that you can study society within intelligence that is not reflected by anyone else than the state of mind of knowing that thoughts come from elsewhere. And it gives you, this thought is kind of an energy that gives you a state of mind with an answer. Not with a possibility, but the possibility or the answer that has been given to you, you don't have to believe it. You just have to let it free in your mind and see where it goes. Are we informing you or disinforming you? Because even if you have consciousness, it doesn't mean that you're going to be disinformed. You could be informed by something to test your ego, if your ego is going to be trapped in some state of mind. Consciousness, there's no state of mind that traps you. That's it. Thank you.